Okay, today, this is a very short lecture. It's not long at all, but it is one of the sections, one part of the lessons that you're going to actually be doing. I think it's the third lesson, 15, 16, 17-ish, something like that. So, coefficients, terms, and distributed property. They're very, very simple, but you just have to understand what they are. If I write 4x, what does that mean, first of all? What does 4x mean?
It means 4 times x.
Nathan.
4 times x.
It means 4 times x. How would I write it with a plus sign? Is there a way? Sal?
X plus x plus x plus
Yeah,
x.
that is the same as x plus x plus x plus x. That says I have 4 x's. Would you agree with me I have 4 x's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 4 x's. This is a shortcut. It's the way algebra works. That is algebra. That's an example of algebra. Algebra is about shortcut simplifying. That 4 is called the coefficient. The coefficient of x. Okay? Because it's next to the x. So it's the number next to the x that's the coefficient of x, right? If I said 6y, what's the coefficient? 6. Right. Now, the book will talk about this. They'll say something like this. If you had 4xy, what's the coefficient of xy? 4. The coefficient of xy is 4. What's the coefficient of x? 4y would be the coefficient of x. Right? It's whatever's not, you know what I mean? Like, what's the coefficient of y? 4x. So, that's true that the book says that. It's a little confusing, but that is technically true. But 90% of the time, the main thing you're going to be worried about is the number in front of the variable. That is the coefficient that we're going to be talking about most of the time. Okay? So, if I wrote this amazing equation, y is equal to 5x squared plus 1/3 x minus 7, what is the coefficient of this one? Of this term right here, 5. What's the coefficient of this? 1/3. What's the coefficient of this? Negative 7. Technically, it doesn't have an x really, right? So it's really more a constant. But technically, it does have an x to the 0 power, which is 1. But don't worry about that. So don't worry. The main thing is the number in front of the variable is the coefficient. That's it. So the coefficient definition is the number in front of the variable. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
Okay. Terms. If I write an equation like this, y is equal to 5x squared plus 1/3 x minus 7, like I did before. This is a term. That is a term. This is a term. And this is a term. Okay, actually not the negative, sorry. The 7 is the term, right? Terms are separated by pluses or minuses. Terms are separated by plus or minus. So you can always tell a term. This is a term. 2xy z to the 10th power over 13y. That is a term. There's no plus sign or minus sign, right? So that whole thing is a term. I could do that. Plus 1/2. That is a term. Right? Terms, the main thing is a term is separated by a plus or minus. And then you know. That's it. Now, sometimes though, you might see this. 4 times x plus 1 over 2. There is a plus there, but notice the plus is inside the parentheses, right? And it's really 4 times this binomial, right? That is technically only one term. You wouldn't call this a term and this a term. This would be all one term, okay? Because that's one fraction. One fraction is one term. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. The last thing I want to mention is distributed property, but maybe I should wait. I think I should wait because this is your break. It's not fair. Should I do it? You guys vote. How many people want me to just do the distributed property really fast? How many people want me to wait till tomorrow?
No.
I'll wait till tomorrow.
Hasta mañana.
Yeah, hang on one sec.